Welcome to another board game review.
Okay, now, on a more serious note. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Red Dragon Inn 2, published by Slugfest Games. It's playable 2 to 4 players in about 30 to 60 minutes, depending on how many players you're playing. Now, what comes inside the box, or rule sheet, pretty basic, does a good job at explaining the rules. And, of course, extra rule clarifications for those harder cards. It's not really a difficult game. What else do we get? We get character decks. This one is Eve the Illusionist, Flick the Bard, Dimly the Dwarf, yeah, I know, and Gog the Half Ogre, my favorite. You also get a drink deck, which will be placed on the table so everybody can reach it. Beads, red ones and transparent ones. Transparent one will be marking your alcohol content, red one will be marking your fortitude. Player boards, which are glossy but actually very good quality. Very impressed with it. And a lot of cardboard money. More where that came from. So, how does the game play? First off, what's the theme of the game? Everybody familiar with Dungeons and Dragons is going to know this. You're an adventuring party who just came back from a dungeon delve. But, as it says on the box, the adventure's over, but the party is just getting started. So you're going to the Red Dragon Inn. And you came back with all this money from a dungeon delve. So what better to do than go and spoil it all on drinks and gambling, right? Okay, that's what adventurers do. So you get your money. Now, at the start of the game, you get your deck. You get one card on the drink me pile, 20 fortitude and 0 alcohol content. You take 7 cards in your hand, and then the game starts. The first thing is the turn order. It says right here on the player board, discard and draw. So you could discard as many cards as you want and draw back up to 7. Then you have your action phase. In the action phase, you're going to be playing action cards, which is described on the top of the card if it's an action card. So this one, for example, says, "Sorry, Gok, not see you sitting there." So he goes and sits on somebody and they lose 3 fortitude, but he has to pay 1 gold to the inn to fix the chairs. So the fun thing about the game is the best thing to do is act a little bit like you're one of the characters. This one, Gok, crush, beer stein on head. Every player is a little bit frightened and impressed by you, so they have to pay you 1 gold. Gambling. Now this is a different thing. When you play this one says gambling, Gog in. If you play this one, you start a gambling round. Everybody has to enter 1 gold. So you put 1 gold in the pot, everybody does the same, and you start gambling. It's up to the next player. They get to play a card. Because if you play a card, you're on the winning hand with the gambling. So let's say everybody played a card. One guy passed, so he doesn't get to play anymore. You play God race. So everybody again has to enter 1 gold. Next turn you play another gambling God in. So you're back on the winning hand. Now it comes back to you and you play Gog, have winning hand. This card, if somebody else plays a gambling I'm in, they can't win anymore. They have to play a cheating card because you have a winning hand. But if they play a cheating card, there's also a card, Gog think you're cheating, Gog no like cheaters. So the gambling round stops right away and you get all the gold from the pot. Not a bad deal. So we also have this game stupid. When you have to ante gold, you don't have to pay, just get out of the game. That's how gambling works. Pretty easy, straightforward. Then we go to the buy drinks phase. You give every player a face down drink card on their drink me pile. You can also play sometimes cards. It will always indicate on when you can play it. Play this card during the buy drinks phase of your turn. Pay 1 gold to the inn to buy 2 additional drinks, and you get to choose where you place them. So you have to drink more. Then, if you bought all the drinks, you go to the drink phase. So you have to turn over the top card of your drink me pile. Now, this is a light ale. Gives you 1 alcohol content. If your alcohol content and your fortitude ever meet, you pass out, and the other players steal all your money, and you're left in a ditch to sleep it off. If you ever lose all your money, the winch kicks you out, and you go to sleep in the barn. Something like that. So, if you play these cards, you can also play cards to negate them, like this one is called "This Tastes Yucky," so you don't have to drink the card. So, there are a lot of different drink cards, like this is dark ale, also 1 alcohol content. Dwarven Firewater, gain 4 alcohol content. It's always fun to read the liners on the bottom of the card. This strong enough to stunt your growth. That's why dwarves are that small. Ogre Brew, you gain 2 alcohol content and lose 1 fortitude, except if you're an ogre or a half ogre, then you just gain 3 alcohol content. Dirty Dishwater, lose 1 fortitude. Holy Water, gain 2 fortitude. They're not all bad. Now this one is a special one. Light Ale with a Chaser. If you draw this card, you have to draw the second card on the pile, or your drink me pile if it still has some. And you get to drink the second one as well. So you get drunk a lot faster. Rounds on the house. Everybody takes a card and drinks it. Drinking contest. Everybody draws a top card, and the one with the highest alcohol contents wins the round, even if you negate it using a card. Now let's take a look at some other ones. If somebody is screwing around with your drinks, like let's say you're drinking some wine and somebody turns it into Dwarven Firewater, which is a lot worse, you can play this card, which say stop playing with drinks. So then you don't have to take the effects. This one says, Gok, say you drink more. If somebody else is drinking, you can make him drink more. Or a shut up. This ignore an action sometimes or anytime card that affects your fortitude, alcohol content, or gold. Stop poking Gok. Prevents you from losing fortitude. Tip wench now. Makes another player pay money to the wench. Gok angry now. Gain 2 fortitude. And so on and so on. So that's how the game is going to be played. Everybody's trying to get everybody else drunk and trying to stay sober and not lose all their money and take all the other players' money while gambling. It's a very fun game. You have to play it, well, I think with the more players you play, the more fun the game is. All the characters have their distinct feel, like Eve the Illusionist can change a lot of your drinks and even make herself appear as the wench and get money from you. Flick the Bard can write songs and get money from other players. Dimly the Dwarf can drink like no other and take a serious beating. So they all have their own different feeling. So that's what I really like about the game. The game is of course luck based, because you're just drawing cards and playing cards. You can discard them, so you're always trying to get a good hand. But it's not a very strategic game. It's actually a very fun game, a beer and pretzels game all the way. I really like this game, and if you're looking for a fast and really funny card game, you should give this one a try. I hope you liked the review, and you can decide if it's a game you would like to purchase or not. See you next time.